Hello and welcome to another Delboy Gaming Shorts. This is a little pet project of mine where I'm going to be playing some of the games that I played back in the day. These could be played in the arcade, they could be played on console or computer, but they will be games I played around about the time that they came out. And you'll know what this particular game is because you'd have clicked on the actual picture for it. So we're going to be playing an absolute classic today. Yeah, it's Asteroids. So I'm just going to click on the game capture so you can sort of like see the screen while I just read out a description about the game. So this is just from the internet. It says, play the role of a spaceship pilot trapped in a gigantic asteroid cloud and pulverize incoming asteroids with the ship's photon cannon. When all asteroids are destroyed, the player can then move on to the next round. In addition to the asteroids, the players will also face an alien robot saucer, which shoots randomly across the screen. The player using the controller may rotate the ship left or right in any direction, or move the ship forward. Shots will be fired according to the ship's direction. The player has 3 reserved ships available to replace the destroyed spaceship. The spaceship is destroyed if an asteroid collides with the spaceship or is shot by an alien robot saucer. Additionally, the player may opt to use the hyperspace warp to avoid a collision. The warp, however, may also destroy the spaceship in the process. Asteroids, when shot, will break up into smaller pieces or be destroyed. There are 3 types of asteroid. There's a large asteroid, a medium asteroid, and a small asteroid. Large asteroids and medium asteroids, when shot, will break up into 2 smaller-sized asteroids. Smaller asteroids, when shot, will be destroyed. Alien robot saucers come in 2 sizes, small and large. Both use photon lasers to shoot and will explode when destroyed. Alien robot saucers will not appear in the novice level. That's about it. There's not an awful lot else for me to explain here, so you might as well see some really incredibly bad gameplay. But this is one that I used to love in the arcades, so I'm going to put a coin in and we'll hit the start button. Here we go. Hopefully I can remember what the controls are. Oh, already I hit the wrong button. It was hyperspace, so you'll have to excuse me on that one. That was a button press. Mispress. Here we go. As you can see, it's dead on with what it said. The asteroids break into smaller ones. The smaller ones, when gone, are gone. You can move thrust forward. Get out the way, and you do have that hyperspace, which blew me up right at the beginning. There's the UFO. Got it. Be careful, the asteroids. Got it. If you take too long, that UFO will come along. And once you clear the asteroid field... Oh, another UFO. Got it. Once you clear the asteroids, you start off with another one. And at a greater difficulty. Oh, bloody hell, I'm taking so long. Oh, flipping heck. Dude, terrible. Oh, there we go. And there we are, starting at the next wave. I did terrible, but then again, I did lose my first life with the hyperspace miss button press. But I'm still terrible at this game. Look at that, very close. Ah, look at that. Game over. Did terrible. But I think you get the gist of the game. Let's see, put this in. Then we'll talk a little bit about it. I think if I'd have not pressed the hyperspace button, I might have gotten nearly towards the end of that level. And I haven't played this game for a long time. So we'll go back to the camera. There we go. And just talk about this. Now, the one thing about this game is that I used to love the way it looked. I mean, it's a specific game designed on a specific set of hardware, and it is a vector game. And that means it uses lines to draw its graphics on a special display. And from that point of view, sometimes some people will say that you can never play the quintessential version of Asteroids unless you've got that same display. And I agree. As much as I love playing this on the Mister and under emulation, it really is the best under original hardware. A great game that got a sort of like an upgrade about a year later with a sort of a background to it. And later on, there was a radical change to it called Blasteroids. And I think there was a game in between that called Space Duel. Another game update by Atari. And more geographical sort of like objects were coming at you rather than the asteroids. I think the one thing that it was missing in the arcades was really no sort of like little tune, no hard sound effects that sort of like took it away from all the other arcade games that were playing. I mean, Space Invaders had that distinctive heartbeat sound. Mooncrester, as you heard before, had a little tune, as did Phoenix. But that did not take this away from being an absolute hit. And it came out in 1979. So before some of those games I mentioned were even there. So with that, I'm going to say this is a thumbs up game. It's an absolute classic. And I do like going back to it and having just that one more go and that one more trying to get a bigger and better high score. With that, I'm going to say salute. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.